Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my hydraulic fluid in my Kubota BX23s. Some of the things you're going to need are Kubota filter for the hydraulic. I mean, you can probably use wicks or whatever you want. We got part number HHK20-36990. And I just figured go with the Kubota brand because it was the same price as a Wix or anything else like that. So I'm going to be going with the Super UDD2 hydraulic fluid. It's a Kubota brand. Just I've read online, it's supposed to be a lot quieter on your hydraulics and everything. So I just figured why not go to it. This was a 5-gallon container. This costed me, I believe it was $103. So it's not cheap stuff. You can get a 5-gallon pail at your farm store of just like universal stuff for like $50, for like Roteller and stuff. So it's definitely expensive, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. Supposedly it's synthetic. You're obviously going to need some sort of funnel. You're going to need a 27 millimeter wrench for your drain plug. And then I'm going to be doing the strainer cleaning as well. So you're going to need some like brake cleaner or something to shoot the gunk off that. And then a 12 mil socket for it'd be like a hold down plug in order to pop out that strainer. So I guess first thing we're going to do is just hop underneath the tractor, grab the drain pan, and drain the fluid out. I will note that I just used my tractor for a while. I mowed the grass and whatnot, so I wanted to get things warmed up a little bit just so then things drain out easier. Alright you guys, look underneath the tractor here. Right here is your drain plug for it. I think I failed to mention before that it takes 3 gallons of fluid. So you're going to want to make sure to have a pan that can hold that much. If you don't, what you can do is swap out pails by putting back in the dipstick and the fill plug up on top, because that's really going to speed up and or slow down the process. So I'm just going to pop out the plug here and we'll get that draining. So kind of back to what I was saying, I'm going to pull out the fill plug and you'll see how it rushes out. Just like so. It's just creating a vacuum if you have that plug in. So obviously that really speeds up the process. What we'll do next is bring you on over to the other side, basically underneath the tractor, and that's where your hydraulic filter's located. And we'll pop that off and let that drain at the same time here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this thing's going to be glued on there basically, coming from the factory, so I'm going to put my oil wrench up in here. It's real tight with this little plate here, so we're going to see if this works out. Probably be best just to have a strap wrench, but I'm going to do with what I got. So I'm going to actually probably stick an extension on this and see if I can't get it to happen. Alright, there we go. Of course the case is in the way, so I'm going to have to keep reversing this. There we go. That should be loose enough. Yeah, definitely a strap would probably work decent on that. Also, if you wash your tractor before doing this, that'd probably help too. You ain't got all the gunk everywhere. set that off to the side, and I'll go grab my new one. So I got a dab of new oil on my finger. Just going to rub that around the new seal. Got a few pieces of gunk on there. I'm going to just wipe off before I put on the new one. I'll stick this guy up in here. Get her threaded on. Now I just go hand tight with my filters just until they're good and snug, because otherwise you'll never get that thing back off. And they only seem to get tighter. I've yet to see one fall off. So yeah, that should be all for underneath this side. I'm just going to stick that plug back in now that we're all drained. Just going to wipe it off. Push this pan back a bit. Well, I don't know if she's going to go underneath all that. Guess we're going to get a few drips on the floor. And they're just going to snug it back up. And then we'll move to the back of the tractor and address the strainer. Alright, so the strainer is actually located right here, but there's a bolt above it that's retaining that end. So I'm just going to take that 12 millimeter and get on that bolt here and loosen that up. Alright, so there's our retainer, bolt, and then there's a little lock washer on there. So it comes off and goes back on in that order. Off to the side. Set that off to the side. And then oh, it's under a little suction. It's under a little suction. There we go. There's our strainer. There's our strainer. You just pull it out just like that. Just pull it out just like that. There you can see all the little metal particles on it that prevent it from going through your system. So obviously it does work. I don't know what the heck that is. It's almost like a cloth like. But yeah, so I'm gonna go grab that oil pan and then we'll probably just shoot some parts cleaner on top of this to wash it all off. It's sealed on this end, so I'm gonna spray downward on it to make sure all the filings go away from the inlet here. Quite surprising how much stuff there is on this. Sure is a lot better than it being in your engine though.
Alright, so it's been a few minutes now, and it's nice and dry. So now we're going to insert it back in the hole here. And we want to orientate that top so then it's going to be lined up with where this hold down goes. I'm just going to get that started here so then it's in the right position. And then push it in. I'm just going to snug that up now. Alright, well, that's all there is to it with the strainer. Next step is just going to be filling her back up. So now as far as filling it up, you're just going to use your dipstick here, pop that out, drop in your funnel, and then start filling. So like I said, this is supposed to take, I think it's like 2.99 gallons. I think I vaguely remember reading somewhere else it was just over 3, but I have written down 2.99. So it's going to take a good chunk out of this bucket here. So yeah, once you feel like you start getting close, then you're obviously going to want to start checking to make sure you don't overfill it. Alright, so I actually stopped at the perfect time because it's showing full right now, but I know it's going to go down as soon as I start this up and let it cycle. So you're going to want to do that. It's going to fill up your oil, the hydraulic filter, and so on. So get all them parts moving again, and then we'll come back and check it. Alright, now that we let it run for a couple minutes there, we're just going to pop our dipstick and take a peek and see what we got. Most likely having to add a little. And from what I've read on others, you want to check this again after you've really ran it, maybe doing some loader work or something, just because I guess it can potentially go down just a little bit more. So you're going to want to double check that within the next few hours. Alright, as suspected, we're not even on the dipstick anymore. I can see it's looking even low, looking down through the fill hole. So we're back full again.
So
All right, well that's it actually. We're all done with the hydraulic fluid change and filter. Well guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this and working with the tractor along with multiple other things I do around here. Comment if you have any questions on anything I did here, and I'll see what I can do to help you out. Thanks for watching.